Hello, my name is Pengeran Muhammad Farid Zulsini bin Pengeran Aziz. I'm the lead cybersecurity awareness trainer in BlueCert. So just a short introduction, I hold several professional certification, including security awareness professional from SANS, certified information security awareness manager, Security Plus, CEH or certified ethical hacker, certified Cisco certified network associate, or in short CCNA, Microsoft certified technology specialist, and regularly attends conferences and IT security summits to keep up to date with the latest threats and trends in IT security. So Alhamdulillah, I have many years of experience in teaching and have given numerous talks on information security to government, both private and public sector, educational institution, including higher institution, secondary school, primary school, and basically among the Bruneian public as part of our vision to educate Bruneians on what threats and dangers are out there in this age of IT and internet. So I'm not alone today. We have facilitators Izwana and Nomi, and unfortunately Khatijah and Ida can't join us today. So due to the time limitation for today's presentation, our facilitators will assist you with the question and answer by answering your question during the webinar. So you can type your question from the Q&A button at the bottom or top of your screen. And of course, we also have question and answer towards the end of the session. I will try my best to answer some of the question. Inshallah, we will stay around for an extra 5 to 10 minutes to answer any additional question, and depends on the time. So moving on, a short introduction of Cybersecurity Brunei. His Majesty consented to the establishment of Cybersecurity Brunei as the National Cybersecurity Agency for Brunei Darussalam, which began operation on 1st August 2020. Cybersecurity Brunei is the National Cybersecurity Agency of Negara Brunei Darussalam, serving as an administrator that monitors and coordinates national efforts in addressing cybersecurity threats and cybercrime. So Cybersecurity Brunei operates under the Ministry of Transport and Info Communication, or in short MTIC, with the Minister of MTIC as the Minister in charge of cybersecurity. So basically, Cybersecurity Brunei offers 3 core services, which is BRUCERT, which stands for Brunei Computer Emergency Response Team, NDFL, National Digital Forensic Laboratory, and CWC, which is a Cyber Watch Center. So BRUCERT runs a public awareness program called Secure Verify Connect, which aim at raising awareness of online safety and information security among the Bruneian publics. So for more information, you can visit us at www.csb.gov.bn. Okay, so without further ado, let's start our session today. So today, I will be presenting a topic on cyber safety for travelers. So whether you're a frequent business traveler or you're planning for your next vacation, traveling basically poses some unique cybersecurity threats. So please make sure to be prepared for your next trip by being more aware of this risk and securing your digital assets before leaving home. As you know that in a world where we are constantly connected, cybersecurity cannot be limited to home or office. So when you're traveling, whether domestic or international, it is always important to practice a safe online behavior and take proactive steps to secure internet-enabled devices. So the more we travel, the more we are at risk for cyber attacks. So next, we will share cybersecurity threats related to travel. So here are some of the examples. So number 1 is online promotion scams, phishing websites, insecure connections, oversharing on social media, juice jacking, and stolen device and data loss. So we will discuss more details in the next few slides. So holiday promotion scam. So as you know, we are in the month of December, and of course, it's a holiday season. So in this period, cyber criminals are also trying to make money, by scamming people. And in this period of year as well, it's quite easy to fall victims to cyber criminals that take advantage of the holiday season by using team scam in online advertisement, macam phishing emails, and of course related to holiday promotion. So as you can see from the screen, we managed to share a few case studies happened back in December 2021 when the victims, victims wanted to book an accommodation to stay in Singapore. So exactly 1 year ago, where victims of various scams lost more than 430,000 when booking on hotel room package. So as you know that year 2021, we're still in a pandemic situation and majority of people are still, doing a staycation. So two people were nabbed for their alleged involvement in this case. 45 years old man and a 30 years old woman have been arrested in separate cases. So these victims came across the advertisement for the room bookings on e-marketplace and proceeded to reach out him or her via WhatsApp or any other social media messengers like Telegram and so on. So unfortunately, the victims made payment through bank transfer, but did not get what they bought. So what you can avoid? So what can you do to avoid this type of scam? So number one is basically maintain your conversation via the marketplace and make payment to the respective e-commerce website as they have, like terms and conditions to protect business and consumer if anything happen. So this might reduce the risk of us a user being a victim of scam. So second is you need to do your research. So if you're dealing with an individual for the first time, it's a good idea basically to do some research on reviews and ratings and see what people have said about them. Okay? So avoid businesses with poor ratings and feedbacks. A review and feedbacks can provide us information on other people's online experience. I believe some situation, some scammers might be able to make up fake positive reviews for their website, but it is a little harder to fake a positive review online. So you also can conduct an internet search for the site name that to see what other user have to say about it before using an online purchasing that you're unsure of. And also just to share recently, I think a few weeks ago, I also come across with this one post on Facebook with a similar case. So victim made a hotel room booking, which was advertised using social media and made a deposit. And then after victim made the deposit, the scammers never get any replies. The victims never get any replies and got blocked by the scammers. Okay, so sign of holidays promotion scam to watch out for. So number one is the offer is good to be true. Okay, so the holidays bring some of the best deal of the year, but not all of them are legitimate. Unbelievable prices are one way scammers rush you into making decision. Okay, so if the price is too cheap, so this may be one of the indication of sign off being by the scammers. So number two is offer is being advertised on unofficial channels such as social media posts. So don't assume a site or store is legitimate just because you saw it on social media. Instead, always look for warning signs indicating that you have been taken to a fake or malicious online store or website. So the next one, require payments outside of e-commerce platform, okay, like transfer online, probably Western Union, and so on. Okay. So you also may want to consider using credit cards for your online purchase. Okay, why? Because debit card don't offer the same level of protection against fraudulent card used as debit card, compared to credit card. So if someone scams you using your credit card, okay, you have a better chance of getting your money back compared to using your debit card. And then maybe some of scams also might have missing contact information. Okay? So real business and organization make themselves easy to reach and available to their customer and clients. So shopping or travel sites without a phone number or address could probably a red flag. Okay, something that you need to be careful. So next, you proceed to phishing. So the current trend happening nowadays is a scammer use email or text messages to trick, user into giving our personal information, financial information such as our full name, password, address, credit card, email, and so on. So this attack is called a phishing. So they could even sell your information to other scammers. So scammers launch thousands of phishing attacks every day, and they are more often successful. So example of phishing email content such as, tech support claiming from Microsoft, and so on. And then the phishing email could probably offer a coupon for free stuff, or maybe something that want you to click on a link to make a payment. Maybe something like you need to confirm some personal information or financial information. And then there are also phishing, content that looks like they've noticed something suspicious activity or login attempts to your account and so on. So let's take a look example of how phishing works. And as you can see from the screen, this is example of the content email which offers a coupon for free stuff. So in this case, a free travel voucher claim from Bandar Airlines. Okay. So phishing attempts will always contain phishing link that appears legitimate, but it's not. The recipient clicks on the link, which can lead them to a fake website that convinces them to provide the desired information. So let's see what happens if you click this URL. Okay. So basically, it will open a website, okay, which asks for your personal details. So in this case, username and password. Okay. So we are not sure what actually happening. We receive a phishing email, we click it. So we put our name, username, and password, and we click login. So by the time we click login, okay, can you assume that this information, like your username and password, actually sent to legitimate server? So in this case, it's bandarairlines.com. Okay. So unfortunately, in phishing, they don't send these details to legitimate server. Instead, they send it to the hacker server, which is in this case, bandarair-travel.com. Okay. So something that you need to be aware when it comes to phishing. The interface looks exactly the same, but the URL is different. So next, another example of phishing email which may contain attachment. So most of phishing email comes with email attachment is usually malicious. So they embed malicious code to the file. So most email provider may prompt a warning if the files are detected as malicious. However, some user ignores all the warning and still proceed to download the malicious file. As you can see, there's a warning saying that virus been detected and so on. So example in situation like user are not aware, they click the attachment, they click or even download the attachment without antivirus or maybe outdated virus signature. So once they click open or save, download to your computer, and then boom, the device is affected by malware. So cybercriminal can control over the device and do whatever they want. So this is some example of spam attachment email, which may contain malware, keylogger, ransomware, spyware, or adware. So for more details on this, you can refer to our previous webinar where we already discussed more details on this type of malicious attachment. So just a few tips, a few ways to protect yourself from phishing. So number one is to protect your device by using a security software by setting an automatically update. Okay. So number two is highly recommend to protect your accounts by enabling multi-factor authentication or MFA. And most importantly is to ignore the phishing email if there is a red flag or indication of phishing attempt. And of course, last but not least, think before you click. Okay, next, insecure connection. So avoid connecting to unsecured wireless access point. Okay, some of them are intended for user to easily connect to them, especially yang open encryption. Basically, if you connect to orang punya access point, there's no password required and so on. So bear in mind that information such as email sent using unsecured wireless transmission are usually not encrypted, making easy for the data to be intercepted. Also, to make sure using HTTPS instead of HTTP when accessing your email or making an online transaction. So this basically ensures the communication is secure and your data is not easily being intercepted. Okay, potential threats. Another potential threats of using insecure connection is number one, man-in-the-middle attack, malware, and sniffing. So example, if you are in a situation that you need to access internet using unsecure wireless access point, or avoid accessing sites where you have to log in or giving over your personal information, such as social media sites, email account, online bank account, online store, and so on. So this is an example of unsecured wireless access point, which may redirect user to a malicious page. Okay. So again, consider using a website with HTTPS address, which is more secure and encrypted compared to HTTP. Okay. So here we will share tips on how to stay safe using insecure connection. Okay, so number one, use SSL connection, a secret layer, or in short, HTTPS protocol. And then turn off your Wi-Fi on your device when you're not in use. Do not conduct any confidential activities such as work-related or online banking. Okay, if you have to carry out an urgent online banking transaction or work-related, maybe you can consider to use a virtual private network or VPN to encrypt your internet traffic. Also consider to use your own mobile data or get a local SIM card. Okay. And again, don't forget to turn off your Wi-Fi when it is used, and always remember to log out. Next, we proceed to the next agenda, oversharing on social media. So your social media account help you to share or help us to share our daily life, updates with our friends and families. But the platforms can go further than that, automatically alerting everyone when you become available online, like read a message or even visit a location. So here we will share what information which is not appropriate to post online. So number one, a trip countdown. Okay, macam 3 days to go, 2 days to go, and so on. Okay. And then number two is vacation details, the location of tempat kandi dijaga. And then personal possession, who you are traveling with. Okay. And then of course a current location. So basically, don't check in everywhere you go, especially when you're traveling. Okay. So most people neither need to know or where you went to, or grocery shopping, or what groomers you took or your pet into barangkali. So you can easily avoid oversharing these unnecessary details of your day by turning off automatic location functions. So additionally, think carefully about where you check in. So limit check-ins to special events and trips, and don't check in when visiting your family, friends, or other places that do not hold a special interest. Additionally, don't check in from places far from home, since this will alert potential criminals that you won't be returning to your home anytime soon. So when posting something on the internet, it is important to be aware of how it will be seen by others. For example, if you're not sure whether you should post something in public or private, so the rule of thumb is to assume it should not be posted in public. So in summary, social media platforms are a great way to express yourself, but that doesn't mean it cannot get dangerous. So it is important to understand your boundaries and know when to stop. You must keep a balance between what you let people in and what you need to keep to yourself. So be mindful of the security when using social media and avoid using check-ins and automatically location function or posting any personal identifying information that can identity theft might use against you. So to protect your sensitive information, limit who can see your post and turn off any features that automatically share your location. So choose what you post wisely, and you don't want to post anything that could get you in trouble in work or with your friends or even with your family. Okay. So social media updates on how to stay safe. Set your profile to private. Okay. And don't update in real time. Use let's post instead. So remove any personal details in your photos. And then ask permission before you upload or take photos of other people. Example, kalau if you're taking picture of your friends or even your family members, they might not like the pictures. Okay, and if they don't like the pictures, they probably won't want them available for the whole world to see on social media. Okay? So ask your friends and others in their picture you take if it's all right to post them on social media. And then review your social media tag setting. So always keep personal information to yourself. Sharing information such as your mother's name, your address, or your favorite movie, could lead to problems later on. If you're if you're away, this will be the details of your mother, your favorite movie, and so on. And it's a unique identifying information. Usually often composes the security question for like banks, credit cards, and other financial information. Okay, so oversharing of personal information therefore can lead to identity theft. So next, juice jacking. So if you are traveling and your battery is running low, be aware that juicing up your electronic device at free USB port charging station, macam di airport gates, hotel, or any other travel-friendly location could have unfortunate consequences. Ada keburukannya. You could become a victim of a text called juice jacking, which is a new cyber theft tactic. So cybersecurity experts have warned about the dangers of public charging stations that use USB ports. Hackers have been using these to steal data from device or even plant malware, when they are being charged or your phone being charged. So this example of the USB port charging. So USB port can be used for charging phones as well as tablets. However, they were initially designed as a data port. Okay. For example, you can plug a flash drive into USB port and then read the files on that drive. Okay. So some of the things a hacker can do when you plug your phone into this juice jacking USB ports. Okay, example, like you can see from the picture, if this USB port have the capabilities of juice jacking, so hackers or cyber criminals can read all the data on your device. They can even lock your device, infect your device with malware. They can even steal sensitive information on your phone, or even plant a type of malware that would allow your SIM card on your phone to be cloned. So you may charge up your phone and be on your way, never realizing that you just had all your phone's data or information being stolen. Okay. So something that you need to be aware. So just for your information, okay, in the market, there's actually two different types of cable. So the number one is data cable. So data cable have the capability to import, export information, and of course charging. And the second type of cables is it only support power only, which is charging saja. So power cable does not support transferring of data. So this is could probably one of the best option to bring along when you're traveling. So if you ask me in terms of the physical look, dua-dua, it's more or less the same. What we can just suggest is basically you can ask the seller sama ada data cable or power cable and so on. Or probably you can read the manual to differentiate them. Okay? Jarang pulang ada cable manual, and maybe you can ask the seller lah, or the specification if you're purchasing through online. So how to avoid from a victim of juice taking? So remember, don't let a free USB charge up wine draining your bank account just because of your connecting your USB port to juice taking port. Okay, it could probably drain your bank account, information being extracted and so on. So here are some few tips to help you avoid being a juice jacking victim. So yang pertama is, kalau boleh, avoid using a USB charging station. Okay, probably as an option, use an AC power outlet instead. Okay, so barangkali boleh bring car chargers and your own USB cables with you when you're traveling. Okay, so carry portable power banks, and of course remember to always charge them before traveling. And then consider carrying a charging-only cable, which prevents data from sending or receiving while charging. And of course, make sure it's from a trusted supplier. And then another thing is, as you can see from the picture, this is an example of a device called USB data blocker. Okay, that USB data blocker ini attached between your USB cable and your cable charger. So the good thing about this data blocker is this device can block data transferring or syncing lah tu. So this allows you to charge safely from USB socket with no risk of data transfer to or from your device. So simply plug your charging cables into one end and the other end into a USB socket charger. So this data blocker is compatible with smartphone, tablets, what else? MP3 players, Bluetooth headphones, and I believe it's more than 1,000 of other devices supported. But there is the limitation. Okay, this adapter device is not compatible with extra fast charging technologies such as macam Qualcomm Quick Charge. Kalau Samsung, they're using the Samsung Adaptive Fast Charge. Why? Because this fast charging technology require data transfer to be enabled as well. Okay, so next, you need to consider the impact of mobile device security, which can impact yourself or business or maybe an organization if your device is stolen or lost. So losing valuable intellectual property and compromising confidential data can cause a severe business disruption and maybe a reputation damage if dalam your mobile phone atau your device itu ada confidential information. So ensure that you set the basic configuration of your device, such as password on your phone, okay, PIN code, pattern code, and so on. Or maybe set an idle timeout that automatically locks your phone when you're not in use. Okay, by default, this feature automatically enable pelangnya. Like example, automatically lock if it's not used more than 15 seconds and so on. And in case if your device is lost or stolen, immediately change all your password of your accounts that are accessed on your devices, especially your email account or maybe your social media. So example, if someone gain access to that device, they will have access to all of your email, your social networks, and even your shopping application, Zara, Shopee, and so on, until your passwords are changed. So leaving device unattended. So it is very important to remember that laptops, phones, tablets, all devices that contain information should never be left unattended. Okay? Ensure that your device are with you all the time, especially your phones and tablets. Kiranya kalau you bring your own laptop and if you're staying in a hotel, okay, so what you can do is the best thing is to do lock them dalam safe. Okay, if your laptop itu terlampau besar or the safe is not available, maybe the other option is to lock them inside your luggage. Okay. So device damage. So you may need to consider if your device is damaged by maybe accidental, either physical damage or breakage due to unforeseen and unintentional event occurring either due to handling, tergugur ke air ke, gugur dari tingkat 5 and so on, or due to an external event. Okay, maybe you're doing an extreme sport or extreme environment and so on. So the damage might affect cracks to the display screen that affects the visibility of the display and so on. So maybe it might interrupt your storage, boleh hilang data, information, and so on. So this may result on data loss stored inside the storage. So the best option, the best practice is always to keep backup of your important information before traveling. Okay. And then protect your device. This is some few tips that we'll be sharing. So put them in a place where they will be unseen and hard to reach. And then enable a passcode or password for each device. Okay, by enabling passcode ataupun password ini, you can use application such as Find My iPhone for Apple user, or Find My Samsung for Samsung user, or Find My Phone for Android generic user, in case sekiranya your phone is stolen ataupun lost. So file a police report if your device has been stolen, of course, and then keep device off the floor or at least between your feet. Okay. So as you can see from the slides, leaving your belongings out of sight make it more likely that you will forget them. Kadang-kadang kita ni lupa tinggal di kursi, tinggal di meja, and so on. Okay. And then consider using a waterproof or impact-proof bag for your device, okay, to eliminate of the risk of being, your device being damaged and so on. So as mentioned previously, the best option is always to keep backup of your important information before traveling. So there's actually various ways to backup of your information. Yang pertama is to upload your data to the cloud. Okay. Yang kedua, maybe you can upload or transfer your data to other media, okay, macam hard disk, SSD, pen drive, and so on. And of course, always to make sure to test your backup. Okay. So this is few benefits of backing up. It makes the process of transitioning to a new phone easy to be transferred from old to new phones. Kiranya your old phone atau rusak, you still have the backup, then you have the backup to move to the new phones and so on. Okay. So ensure that your data stays with you if your phone is lost or being stolen. So next, we will share the general cybersecurity tips. So number one is password. Okay, so create a secure and complex password, and don't use the same password for multiple accounts. And you also can use passphrase as an alternative. Okay, so the difference between password and passphrase is password. It's a short short password, which consists of huruf besar, huruf damit, numbers, and symbols, where a passphrase is actually a combination of words which make sentences, which sometimes make easier for us to remember. Okay, so you have the option to go for password or passphrase. And of course, make sure that your software and operating system is always up to date. Okay, so the importance of updating your operating system or software up to date is to make sure your system it's secured by the latest features, and of course protect from security threats. At the same time, it will help to fix software bugs kalau ada, and then protect your data at the same time. And last but not least, it's to install antivirus software. So antivirus software can give you protection from the latest security threats and basically alert you on any cybersecurity related problems. Okay, so please make sure if you plan or if you want to install an antivirus solution, make sure you download from a legitimate websites, bukan dari third party macam ada daripada peer-to-peer application and so on. So make sure that antivirus that you're using is well-known and reputable, and of course, high ratings and good reviews. And most importantly is to frequently update your antivirus to a latest virus signature. Okay. So what can you report to BRUSET? There are actually many issues related to cyber incident where you can report to us. So number one is infected computers. So malware such as virus, worm or trojan, kalau ada dalam inside your computer detected by your antivirus, you can contact BRUSET. And then malicious website, so which means a website attempt to install malware or gain access to your computer. And then hacked email account, okay, termasuk your office email, personal email, or your social media email account. So example, kalau your email itu been accessed by unauthorized access, okay, maybe lepas letakkan phishing link, you can also report to BRUSET. And then phishing, okay. So as discussed today, phishing is actually a attempt to trick user to reveal private information such as your name, your password, credit card, usually by sending orang claiming daripada reputable company. As you as we cover previously today, cyber criminal tadi claim daripada Bandar Airlines and so on. Tapi actually that website belong to cyber criminal. And then business email compromise. Okay, so business email compromise ini sebenarnya an email scam. It's actually an email scam targeting companies by spoofing the email accounts of high-level employees to convince them basically to transfer funds or reveal confidential information. And then social media. Okay, sekiranya ada unwanted account, hack account, online impersonation, social media scam, or even sextortion, and other issues related to your online privacy and security. Okay, termasuk juga cyberbullying, like online harassment, abusive or threatening comments, or even impersonation. And then website defacement. Okay, website defacement ini sometimes we call it website hacking, where an attack on the websites by changing the appearance or even the content of the websites. And last but not least is a denial of service. Okay, so or in short DOS, DOS attack or DDoS attack. So denial of service ini is actually a malicious attack making a website temporarily unavailable, okay, by overwhelming your punya resources. So we'll be sharing you details on if you encountered a cybersecurity incident. So you can email us at reporting@bruset.org.bn, or you can give us a call on our hotline at 2458-001, which operates 24/7. And of course, I'll make sure it's cybersecurity related. And then also you can reach us via WhatsApp at 717-0766. So for more information on cyber threats, maybe risk, privacy, online safety, and so on, you can visit us at www.secureverifyconnect.info. So Secure Verify Connect is an initiative by BRUSET aimed at increasing the awareness of internet safety and information security among the Bruneian public. You also can download a digital calendar from our website, a video, even the recorded version of this webinar through that website or YouTube.